The New York Knicks could be running a small ball lineup, and this could unlock the team while Leon Rose continues to look for trades to bring in a backup center such as Walker Kessler or Nick Richards, and we're going to break down all of this. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into the video because the New York Knicks appear to be having some interest in running a small ball lineup, according to Knicks insider Fred Katz. And this would be centered around running Julius Randle at the center while also having players such as Jalen Brunson, one of Dante DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart on the court, while also Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby play the forward spots. And this could unlock the team as the New York Knicks have not run small ball at all since Tom Thibodeau has came into the mix. Tom Thibodeau does not really ever run small ball, but that could be changing, or at least so according to Knicks insider Fred Katz, who had this to say. Now, Katz mentioned the Knicks had their starting center in Mitchell Robinson, and they signed a backup, re-upping with Precious Achiuwa. And considering that Tom Thibodeau constructs his defenses from the inside out, prioritizing rim protection, there is a chance he goes 48 minutes with one of them on the court at all times. But unlike previous years, there is a chance that Tibbs goes in another direction due to Julius Randle and just the way this team is built, and mentions that had OG Anunoby not dealt with injuries and been able to stay in the lineup for a more consistent amount of time, Tibbs probably would have tried to use him in situations where he could defend centers. Something we have heard a lot is that the Knicks do like having Tom Thibodeau, or Tom Thibodeau does like having the Knicks run a defensive scheme where OG Anunoby is guarding the center if that is a skilled center. We saw OG guard Joel Embiid in the playoffs. We saw him switch on to Miles Turner before those injuries happened on picks. Like, he was willing to take the switch and guard Turner and do a little thing where Precious would be guarding Siakam for a few plays and stuff like that. And we saw some success with it. We saw the fact that OG can really guard the 1 through the 5. The man is one of the most versatile defensive weapons in the NBA. He's arguably the most versatile defender in basketball. OG is there on the New York Knicks because what OG does is he creates winning. There's a reason why the team was 20-3 in the regular season when Anunoby played since trading for him at the end of December. Now, somehow that's been getting kind of closing in on a year. It's September now, and OG Anunoby will be back with the Knicks, his first full season with the team, and it does seem like the Knicks do like having OG guard big men. So, obviously, while Mitch is there, Mitch can handle it, especially considering how great of a defender Mitch is. He was in the Defensive Player of the Year conversations before going down with that foot injury in December. And since then, we have seen OG step onto big men a bit when Hartenstein was out of the game. Obviously, Hartenstein is now out of New York entirely, so we are going to see what the Knicks do exactly. Now, yeah, there's always a chance they do pull the trigger on a Walker Kessler trade or a Nick Richards trade, something we'll get another video going out on soon just because there is a bit of an update on that according to Katz. But we'll talk about that on a later date. We don't really need to get too much into that right now. What we have to talk about is the fact that we know the New York Knicks would probably benefit from running small ball, as Precious Achiuwa is an undersized big man, but he can play the position well defending. But what if they don't need him to be an undersized big man? What if they don't have to use him all the time to defend centers? What if Mitchell Robinson gets hurt? Now, yes, I did not forget that Jericho Sims is on the team. I do not think Mitchell Robinson will be ready for Game 1 of the regular season. In that case, Jericho Sims will be the starting center because they'll prefer his fit, they meaning Tibbs specifically, but I was really referring to the Knicks in general. The Knicks, they prefer Jericho Sims starting over Precious Achiuwa because the way that Sims has more of a mirror of Mitchell Robinson, and Tom Thibodeau does like that to kind of happen. Like, he'd prefer, like, even though, yeah, Precious is the better player as of today, you look at both of them and you think Precious is a much different player and Jericho is pretty similar to Mitchell Robinson's skill set is similar. Is he as good as Mitch? No, but Sims has been working a lot throughout this offseason, and we could see him improve a good amount. But honestly, there's more to talk about because the Knicks in general, like even the team, seems to think that OG can handle guarding big men. Now, as Josh Hart himself mentioned, OG and Precious, they were tremendous on him being Joel Embiid. OG was like, I want that matchup, and he did a good job guarding Embiid. Now, we know that. We saw that. We saw OG give Joel Embiid a lot of problems despite the size mismatch. OG is very strong. He's a big 6'8". Now, I'm excited to see OG come back, But also, I hope they don't just keep putting him on big men. The Knicks made this team in order to beat the Boston Celtics. OG will obviously be guarding Jason Tatum in series like those. They will not have him on Porzingis, especially because Porzingis won't even be back till like January anyway. But there's still the thought that I feel like there's a risk that you're wasting OG if he's guarding anyone but a forward or a wing. Now, I understand maybe if a team is weak on the wings, like say the Denver Nuggets, it does make more sense if Mitch is out to have OG guarding Jokic. I almost called him Embiid. If Mitch is there, I like the idea of OG guarding Aaron Gordon and playing extreme help onto Jokic, and then also just having Mikal Bridges draped over Jamal Murray, who seems like he might not even be on the Nuggets that much longer. But it does depend on the matchups, and I think the Knicks will do small ball very matchup-based. But there is one reason why small ball can specifically work, and that is the existence of Julius Randle. Julius is one of the best rebounders in the NBA, and he's also one of the best passing forwards in the league. The man has an argument as the best passer on the New York Knicks, and when you look at this team, when you look at if you put Julius at the 5 and have Brunson and DiVincenzo in the backcourt, DiVincenzo is a very good defender also, you have those two there who can really just shoot the lights out from 3. You have Mikal Bridges, someone who's hovered around 40% from 3 his entire career, excellent corner 3 shooter. You have OG Anunoby, arguably the best corner 3 shooter on the Knicks. You put those 4 out there, your offense is going to be beautiful. You have Randle getting one-on-ones at the rim, and you have Brunson, you have DiVincenzo, you have Mikal, and you have OG on the perimeter. You cannot leave any of them open. They will make you pay consistently. Teams will have to let Julius go into one-on-ones because he's too good of a passer that he'll know how to kick the ball out. He'll know how to make it work. That would have such good ball movement on top of it. All 4 of those guys are willing to make that extra pass. Really 5 counting Julius, though he does play a little more ISO heavy than the other 4 of them, but it doesn't matter. He's the center, so in that lineup, it still works because Julius is good in the one-on-one matchups anyway. Now, the Knicks also are just better when Julius Randle's on the court, and there isn't any way around it. Now, if you look here, these are the top rebounders in the NBA. This was the top 20 rebounders in the NBA. See where Luka is? That is the exact same amount of rebounds that Julius Randle averages with the Knicks. Julius, along with putting up 24 points per game, puts up 9.2 rebounds and 5 assists. He would do phenomenally in a small ball 5 role. We've seen him do it in New Orleans, and he had some success there. He got a bunch of one-on-ones in New Orleans in a game against the Portland Trailblazers and put 45 points on Enes Kanter. Now, I'm aware that Enes Kanter is the worst defender ever, basically, but it doesn't matter. It still shows the fact that when Julius goes out there and gets one-on-ones, because he's got 4 shooters around him, he's incredibly dangerous at that 5 spot. I mean, he took over for Anthony Davis at center because AD went down with an injury, and then obviously got traded later, and Julius also left because Zion was coming in and all that. But it was just, you look at this team and you're like, okay, I see where Julius Randle is just going to come so much in handy. Now, Julius has had 4 different seasons putting up over 10 rebounds per game or around 10. I know one of them's 9.9, but that's 10. Who cares? It's the same thing. You're looking at a guy who can absolutely hang with anyone when it comes to rebounds. He's one of the strongest players in the NBA. All of this would work out, and the Knicks are just better at shooting the ball when Julius Randle's on the court. When he is off the court, this is what the team's shooting looks like. The warmer the color, the better things look. Now, on top of that, if you go and look, where is it? There it is. Nope, wrong one. I don't know where it went, guys. This sucks. There it is. We're back. We're rolling. I was about to stop recording the video. I was going to be really upset because it's almost over. But look, this is where the Knicks are at shooting-wise when Julius is on the court. The only place that they shoot better is where Brunson went nuclear from. That is the only spot. Outside of that, it is just where Julius Randle performs on the court. I think that the Knicks have to go do this. I really think small ball will work. I think sometimes Precious Achiuwa is not going to fit on this team the way that Julius always will be able to because of the very sneaky versatility that he has. But guys, let me know down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Y'all know the drill. Have a good day. Go Knicks.